I'm building out a tool with a partner to help companies raise their Series A funding, and we need to create a landing page. So I want to see if I can do it in 60 minutes or less. So here's what I'm thinking and the stack of tools that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Claude Code. I'm going to use screenshots from a current website to get some ideas on branding. And I'm going to use Netlify because they have a very simple drop HTML file tool, quick drop. Yeah, here it is. So Netlify drop, where you can literally just drag and drop a folder of HTML files, like a zip file with whatever you have, and your website is live. So that's the reason why I'm planning to use that specifically for this project. All right, it's a speed game, right? So now I'm gonna get a little risky. I'm gonna use Claude Code inside of the web browser. Usually I would use it on the desktop app or inside like my IDE, but I kind of want to test this because I want to get more familiar with it. New session. This is at the time where the Fable 5 just got stopped. It's a conversation for another day. Okay, select repo. So this means I already need to have a GitHub repo for this. So let's do that. All right, so we're logging into GitHub here. So let's create a new repo for this. I totally think there's a way I can do it straight from Claude Code. I don't really know how, so I'm gonna do this. So what I'm gonna do is CFO tool landing page. You know, I'll make this one public. Why not? I don't care. Usually I make things private, but I know people have public repositories to share things and show their work and that kind of thing. So this is just a landing page. So now go back to Claude Code. I need to connect it here. So I think it'll just show up in these repositories. About to find out. There it is, one at the top. So let me connect. So it's working in this repository that I just created. All right. So let's go to the next phase. So for speed, what I want to do is, so I want to take this current page and kind of use the similar, fonts, colors, focus. This is the current website of my friend Brent, who's a CFO and his services. So that's what we'll do. I could create like an entire media kit in Claude Design, but for this, I don't need to do that. I'll make a separate video for that. Quick side note, I talk about all these projects that I'm running with AI, these automations and these tests in my email newsletter. So if you want to, you can check it out, buildinkomestreams.com. Yeah, all right. I want to create a sales landing page, and I'm going to give you a website that we can look at to mimic the design with the colors and the font and that sort of thing. The goal of the landing page is very simple. It's to educate people on an upcoming product that we have that's going to help businesses raise their Series A funding. It's going to do it by them providing us intake information about their company, and then we will provide them, the output will be a pitch deck with exactly what investors are looking for. The process that it will go through is the brain of my friend who's a CFO and has tons of experience helping companies raise funds. So that's the real key thing that these customers will be paying for. I'm going to paste this website right here for you to have a look at, that we will check out for the design. I have been just running on the default, if I'm honest, but you know what? I'm going to bump it up to Opus 4.8 for this. So, okay. All right, let's let this cook. A few more things that I just thought of. For this landing page, I think it's perfectly fine to design it in HTML and CSS so that I can just drop the file straight into Netlify and have a live website very quickly. One more thing. I'm also looking to collect email addresses for folks that are interested. So that is one item that we would need to have, is an email collection form that I can tie to something like Google Sheets to collect those emails. And it just asked me some questions, and I'm not sure what it was asking me. It'll come back. Feel free to pop those questions back up on the screen. I accidentally bypassed them. Now, as this is cooking and thinking, it is interesting that you do have to know kind of what you want, right? Like, I had to know that I was okay with an HTML and CSS page. The reason why I knew that is because I know it's like one page. It just needs to look nice and have simple functionality. Like it doesn't need to, it's not going to have a database and have a bunch of interactivity. That's one thing I knew. I already knew about the tool Netlify, right? So I knew that I was going to host it there. I had recently, like within the last 6 months, found out about that drag and drop where you can just add that file. So I understand that you have to know these things, and if you're starting from scratch, you may not know, but it's fine. Do you know where I learned those things? I learned those things by chatting with the tool, so chatting with Claude. So therefore, if you don't know, just ask, say, hey, I want to make this page, but guide me through it. So you just need to talk to it at whatever level you're on. People and developers that are ahead of me, they're probably looking at my process and kind of laughing, maybe they're saying, oh, like, why would you do it this way? Like that's pointless, but it's totally fine. Oh, interesting. It can't. All right, before I drop in, I want to ask it if it can use Firecrawl. Can you use Firecrawl? If not, I'll drop you screenshots. Interesting. I hadn't really seen that much. Saying that it wasn't not able. Can I get rid of this message? It's kind of annoying. All right, so it's able to use Firecrawl. Firecrawl is a tool that scrapes a website. So it's using it through this thing called Composio, which I've set up, which is like a connector that helps you connect to different tools that are outside. Maybe they're outside of Claude, or maybe it's some of the same tools, but you have different permissions that you can give it. The other thing I'm going to see if I already have some where I've done previous work with this tool, and see if I have some previous chats about like the marketing copy. I just can't remember, man. So many different. Okay, it's like that's for this video itself. All right, I'll start from scratch. No big deal. So now you can see it took screenshots, just checking it out. Honestly, like at this point, maybe it would have been faster if I just dropped in screenshots. So that's kind of one of the funny things. Hindsight, looking back, it's like, I don't know, would have been quicker for me just to take screenshots of the site, drop it in, and say, hey, look, this is kind of like what we're looking to go for. And if I'd done more pre-work, like exactly what I want this marketing copy to be, if I already knew, again, the screenshots, if I had thought it through, I may have known the faster route to go, but I kind of wanted this to just be raw and me just going through it. So we'll see. So you can see it pulled all the colors, the navy, the cream, the text, the khaki, the gold, the font, the headings. So that's pretty cool. It's asking me how much experience he has, but I'm going to see if it can pull it in on its own just for... All right, the brand name, we own the domain name Series A Hub. And the second, my CFO friend, he has more than 25 years of experience, but are you able to crawl and scrape the website and get that information yourself? I just went ahead and gave it the info. I'm like, hey, instead of crawling it, here you go. Here's the info about him. Perfect. SeriesAHub.com. While I'm waiting on that, let me go ahead and see if I'm logged into this account. Well, I'm logged into Netlify now. Let's go back and check on this. Let's get Brent's image in there. Easiest will just be pulling from his LinkedIn profile. Perfect. Let's see. It should work. So you can deploy a preview in Netlify, but I'm also signed in if we want to connect it directly to my account. I didn't upload the file, just dropped it in here. So what do I do there? Can I just like upload the file into GitHub? Usually I would just put it in my local files. This is new learning for me. I'm not sure. Is that what I do? Do I just add it here? Let's see. Should I just upload the image directly into my GitHub files? Do you want to create a folder for me to drop it into, or what? It's like it was already working to get the image or something on its own. Let me check whether the session stored it. Found it. Found the image. That's funny. Okay. Thanks, Claude. Appreciate you. And didn't even have to upload the photo itself. That's cool. Okay. Well, it's getting creepy in a good way. All right. The other thing, while this is working, because we're under the clock here, is I want to get this live on that domain name. So I need to go where I own Series A Hub, which is in Spaceship. Shout out Spaceship. If you're not using them, you should be. Let me get logged in. Great. Authentication. I'm cool with that. Protect me if I can find it. Oh, found it. Okay. 29. Logged in. We'll go ahead and go to our domain manager here. Series A Hub. There it is. So I'm gonna need to change the DNS over there. Let's see how we're going here. Ooh. Netlify, GitHub. I see. Instead of dragging and dropping the files, it's going to be better to create a new project. And I think I can just add the GitHub repository. Yep. Import, authorized, CFO, landing page. That's it. Project no, CFO, series A, hub. Oops. Okay, branch to deploy. Yep. Okay. I don't think I need environment variables yet. Let's go ahead and deploy this puppy. I hadn't even seen it. This is really funny. I haven't even seen the landing page. We're going to go ahead and just like have it live, and that's the first time I'm going to see it. The first time I'm going to see it is a live website, which is pretty funny. Then I'll go back into Claude and we'll talk. And so let me let it know. So I added the project inside of Netlify, and I've connected my GitHub repo there. All right. If you're a little confused, quick sidetrack. 6 months ago, I was too. All of this was new to me. GitHub repository, it's basically Dropbox or Google Drive for your code, for the code that makes up the website or whatever it is that you're working on. That's the way to see it. Published. Can I just go to this thing? Is this a live website? Oops. Oh, this is it. Here it is. This is literally our live website. That's hard to read. We're probably copying this, but I thought this was, yeah, this one's a little easier to read. Okay. Coming soon. Series A fundraising, Series A hub process. What investor? Oh, wow. We have. Ooh. You're not buying software. You're buying experience. The hard part of raising a Series A isn't making slides, knowing what to say, what to prove. Get on the list for early access. Be an early one. We're launching soon. Drop your email. We'll let you know the moment you can build your investor-ready deck. Notify me at launch. This is good. This is good. Let's center that stuff. But overall, like first shot is pretty amazing. I have not looked at the mobile version or anything like that. So I'm gonna give it a few notes, and then we'll come back and look at copy. Turn your company details into a pitch deck investors actually want. I don't like the hook. Okay. So this is the way I would make updates, is I literally would just paste stuff in. So I think this font is a bit hard to read. Let's make it a bit more modern, but still relate with the previous font type. Also, I don't like the headline marketing copy as well, and I think we need to improve that. Can you give me some ideas, please? So we'll go ahead and shoot that through. We hand back a Series A's pitch deck built around exactly what investors look for, guided by the experience of a seasoned CFO who has helped real companies raise real capital. Not bad. Investor. I think there's a good bit of spacing here as well. I'm not sure. Let me make it a bit smaller. Yeah. I feel like the spacing gaps a bit wide here. Dude, just go for it. Whatever you say, man. Which headline do you like best? Investor ready pitch decks built on a CFO's playbook. Raise your Series A. Ooh. The Series A, let's go with that one. So I'm copying the spacing here. And then let's see what else I noticed right away was I feel like we should go ahead and have another call to action there. What investors want. All right, we don't need that button because it goes straight to the bottom. So things, let's center these items up. So I don't think we need this waitlist button because it just goes to the section that's right below it. Good eye. Okay. Maybe I should slow down and let it do its thing. I'm not sure we need this section. I'm not entirely sure that we need this section. What are your thoughts? ? I would like to be able to move the entire section showcasing Brent McClure and his experience further up, and removing this section would help do that. Period. Feel free to push back against me if you think we should keep it. All right. I'll push Netlify a few seconds. Cool. So all that's going to be going live. We're going to refresh that page shortly. I don't know if I like this better or not. Okay. Let's scratch the previous. Okay, I don't like this font either. Let's scratch the font needing to look like the previous website, and let's go with a more modern, engaging font that's easier to read. Period. What do you suggest? All right, so give me some pushback on my idea there, which I appreciate. I asked for pushback. Now, Quickly, while we're waiting, I'll show you the other site that I love to build single page websites, landing pages like this. Normally I would use card.co, and I have a dozen sites with this. And it's possible that it would have been faster for me to even produce this site using card.co, but that's not the way I wanted to produce this one. And at the end of the day, I'm happy with, like, oh, I like that. I like that. This is what it has just changed to. So I feel like it needs to change all that to the same. Does it need to change all that? Wait, is that? I don't know. I'll just, if it changes again, it changes it again. It's cool. Need to fix that. We need to fix the contrast of the text in the button in the top right of the website, because currently you can't read the text. Okay, I'm liking this. Expertise, the process. This is fine, just fine. Okay, let's let it see if it needs anything from me. So what do I need to do to connect the waitlist with a Google Sheet? Let's give this a refresh. That works. Yeah, it works. Okay. Yes, I can read that. Let's get it live on a domain. What do I need to do that? Domain management. Add a domain you already own. Series A hub dot verify. Can't verify because I'm gonna have to. Where do I get the? I was like, where do I get the records? Like, what do I need to add here? All right, alias, a name servers DNS, advanced DNS. Got it. So the name servers are by, I think what I need is a CNAME record. I think. So let's go back over here. Alias. A record. That. Okay, let's add that guy. CNAME record. Alias. Series A. Is it alias? Is that a? Okay. Clearly, we can see I'm slightly struggling here, but I'm running out of time here. Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna go to another project that I have and see how I set it up. So, like, erase friction, live website. Erase friction, also a website with Netlify. So it looks like I need www. Why wouldn't it just tell me to do that? DNS records is not my forte, but I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it than I used to be, that's for sure. Okay, so I need to create a sheet, open a script editor, paste a script, and then it'll be adding emails to that. I'm gonna do that part after my site is live. Let me see if I can get this domain going. www. Is that the website? All right, let me put that in there. And boom, Siri.com. We are live. We just don't have the SSL certificate set up, which I think that'll be coming. I'll keep watching this and make sure this works. Just under an hour, we're live. I'm done. SeriesAHub.com, coming soon. Landing page. You're going to be collecting emails. I just have to get that one piece set up, but feeling good about it. See you guys in the next one. See ya.